Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmer here on this late Wednesday night. Back at you again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmer YouTube wrestling page, youtube.com/Peter Gilmer. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to my other channels, which are down below in the description box. Friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. Share this video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all my notifications, so you never ever miss an upload. Because if you do, you miss out. That's it. So like the video, subscribe to my channels, share the video all over the internet, and do what you got to do. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. All right, on this late, almost very soon to be very late Wednesday night, as always on the Peter Gilmer YouTube wrestling channel, it is time for your late night AEW Dynamite! Excuse me, review for October the 7th, 2020. Well, if you're now watching this from somewhere else, it is now October the 8th, 2020. So here's your AEW review for the show that happened tonight, a couple hours ago. I just got done watching because I fell asleep. I've been like tired all fucking day. I wanted to do TGC 181 with my WWE draft preview, but I fell asleep right before I was gonna tape it, and I've just been like really blah all day. So I have some sciatica in my leg, which is still getting into my hand. I don't know if I have carpal tunnel. I might have something wrong with my hand now. I got carpal tunnel. I don't know what I have, but not good. But it's getting better. I go back to work tomorrow. Not that I want to go back to work, but I got to make the money you wish you had. Can't take too much time off. Got to get back to work, and I got 3 straight days of work. But tomorrow should be a pretty. I think tomorrow should be the easy day out of the 3. Because I work till 11. I get my break about 8:30. And then basically I'm home, and then I come home, and then I eat a late dinner, and then I watch a little TV. Gonna watch NXT. I haven't watched NXT yet, so I just read I read some of the results, and it looked like a pretty decent show. Nothing to write home about. They had an update on Adam Cole. He has broken ribs from Ridge Holland. Now Ridge Holland broke his leg tonight. Ugh. They're falling like flies down in NXT. Ridge Holland broke his leg. Adam Cole has broken ribs. He's out for a little bit. Finn Balor broke his jaw in 2 places, so he's out for a while. Kyle O'Reilly has busted teeth. I mean, they're falling like flies down there in NXT land. And tonight's show was all right, but nothing great. I mean, they had Ember Moon in her first match in 14 months as she teamed up with Rhea Ripley to face Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai. And there was a little altercation with EO, but she didn't get involved in a brawl. And she's like, she was like saying that my 1 second. She was saying that the NXT title means more than a stupid brawl. So I think by the time we get to NXT Halloween Havoc, we'll probably get it's gonna be easily gonna be a triple threat match for the NXT Women's title. EO defending against Ember Moon and Rhea Ripley. You might see Ember win the belt, which I really don't want to see. I'd rather see EO lose the belt at the December pay-per-view. Or the December takeover 32. But we'll see what happens with that. Got a pretty good match with Kushida and Tommaso Ciampa, the Psycho Killer. Pretty good match. That. And I'll do my NXT review maybe this weekend. I can't do it tomorrow because I'll be home late. I'm gonna have to get up early Friday to get to work at 3:30. So won't have. I may or may not do it tomorrow night, but we'll see if I get the chance to do it tomorrow. We'll see if I can. If not, then I'll do it on the I'll do it on probably might do it Saturday night or do it Sunday before I leave for work for to go on my errands before I see my parents on Sunday. I'm thinking I'm probably going around 2-3 o'clock, so I'm gonna get up in the morning and I'm gonna hopefully try to do these videos, do my SmackDown review, my NXT review. And I might do the I don't know. I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna try to get the videos up by if not Saturday night, by Sunday. So keep you abreast of the week of wrestling. Get to that, and then we'll talk about the draft over the weekend, and we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. All right, so let's get into your AEW Dynamite review for tonight. And tonight was a special night. 30 years of Le Champion, Le Chris Jericho. So tonight was basically Chris Jericho night. They had a lot of people say thank you to Jericho during the night. They had like Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons of Kiss. Sadly, not Bruce Kulick. Anyway, they had Dennis Miller, Eli Roth, Kevin Smith, Lance Storm, of all people. Lance Storm, because he had to be serious for a minute. He had his father, Ted Irvine. They had Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, for you stupid people who don't know who he is, and Chavo Guerrero Jr. They had Slash. They even had Hiroshi Tanahashi. I was like, what? Tanahashi on AEW? Oh my God. I marked out. I was like, holy shit, Tanahashi-san. And they had Ultimo Dragon. That was amazing to see. They had Bully Ray for like 5 seconds. Who else do they have? Dennis Miller. They had Jungle Boy Jack. I think they had Santana and Ortiz. They had Sammy Guevara. They had most of the inner circle there. But still, overall, the show was pretty good. I mean, it was highlighted by the dog collar match between Mr. Brody Lee and Cody Rhodes. Bloody match that was. I'll get to that in a little bit. Got a couple other matches on the card. But nothing of significance. But we got one match. Well, actually, we got a couple of matches for next week on the 1-year anniversary show. We have a TNT title match between either Brody Lee or Cody Rhodes against a formidable opponent. Get to that in a minute. We also have John Moxley taking on Lance Archer for the AEW World Title. We got 3 more competitors in the 8-man World Title tournament. We got a couple more guys in that tournament besides Kenny, and we've got some interesting guys in there. So we'll talk about that. And the winner, the finals will be at Full Gear, and the World Title match will be at Full Gear. So whoever wins that match will go on to the main event to face Moxley or whoever has the belt by then. And I think you know who it is. I think you know. I know. It's obvious. It's obvious what the finals are going to be. And it's obvious who's going to win that and who's going to win the world title. I think I gave the match away. Not the match away. I gave the winner away. I'll save that for later. But still, a pretty and a pretty excuse me, pretty good. Should be a pretty good tournament. I don't know when it starts. I think probably start next week or the following week after the 1 year anniversary show, because I got to get through the 8-man tournament. I mean, they got to do the first round and the semifinals, which I think is going to be either the week before or the go home show, and then the finals obviously at Full Gear, and then the world title match. So, and that's pretty much it. So let's get into this review. Let's not waste any time, because I gotta go to bed and edit this up, and then I got a doctor appointment in a couple hours, so at 9:45 in the morning. So gotta get that done, and I'm gonna go back to sleep until about 2 o'clock, and then get ready for work, and then go to work, and then I should come home. That's that. All right, so we start off AEW with the roster, talk about Jericho's influence and their favorite moments. Most of them, of course, in AEW, though they showed some pictures of Jericho when he was in WCW and a little bit of ECW. So, like I said, it was a Jungle Boy Jack, the Inner Circle, Dennis Miller / Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons of Kiss, some other of his friends, his dad, Ted Irvine. But I know they couldn't show anything from his past. I mean, they could have showed stuff from Japan. I mean, they had Tanahashi's son and Ultimo Dragon. That sadly they couldn't show any of his past matches in WWE or WCW or ECW. Could have showed maybe his match with Kenny at Wrestle Kingdom 12. What was it, 13? 12 or 13. Then his, could have showed his matches with Tanahashi and Naito. Could have shown that. I mean, it looks like Jericho's showing a lot of, stuff from New Japan, because they showed during the Lance Archer segment, they showed stills from his from Lance Archer versus Moxley for the United States title, where Lance Archer beat the shit out of him and won the belt. I think the night after Wrestle Kingdom. So show that. So it looks like New Japan and AEW have a little bit of a union. I mean, they had Tanahashi on. Maybe the next. I was surprised they didn't show Okada, or Kenny, but because they all fought in Japan. That's all I got to say about that, and we're gonna move on. All right, so they talk about their favorite matches and blah 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 blah. All right, then we go to the ring. We get the pyro. We see Taz and Biggie Starks at the commentary position with Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and JR. We see Miro and Kip Sabian playing an arcade game. I don't know what game. It could have been Street Fighter. It could have been something else. It could have been Mortal Kombat. That was kind of corny, but okay. At least we see Miro. That's all right. Well, that's that. All right, then we go to the ring with our first match for the FTW Championship. The Machine, Brian Cage, taking on Will Hobbs. Or as I call him, the Fat Velveteen Dream. I mean, if you look at Will Hobbs and you put a picture of him and the Velveteen Dream together, he looks like the fat version of the Velveteen Dream. Velveteen Dream is like, what, 200 and some odd pounds soaking wet? If he gained about 50, 60 more pounds, that's Will Hobbs. But Will Hobbs is a freaking beast, ladies and gentlemen. He's really impressing me. This match was pretty good. Also with Hobbs and Cage going back and forth. They have a little bit of stalemate. They try to shoulder tackle each other. Another man goes down. And then they go to some chain wrestling. Hobbs hits the ropes, leapfrog from Cage, running back elbow. That sends Hobbs off his feet. He gets back up and hits a back elbow of his own to Cage. Excuse me, my eyes are about to go. I'm about to pass out. Anyway, but I'm going to do this video anyway. Hobbs goes for a suplex. Cage reversed it. Hobbs reverses that. Cage reversed that. So lots of reversals. Cage hits an elbow. Hobbs goes off the ropes for hitting a crossbody for a near fall. He starts beating up on Cage, but Cage pulls his head down and hits a super kick to the head in the corner. Cage puts Hobbs on his shoulders, drops him face first for a near fall. Then he hits a humongous chop to the big man. Hobbs is like, puny chop. Hits some right hands. Cage comes back with a kick, sends Hobbs into the ropes. It gets reversed. He hops over and then roll through and a drop kick by Cage, but he doesn't cover, which didn't please Taz. Taz like, pin him, Brian, pin him. And then Brian's like, oh, I'm not pinning him. And Taz like, you son of a bitch. Because he's from Red Hook, brother. So he hits a fallaway slam after that. Then a standing moonsault for a near fall. Hobbs is in the corner, kicks out of it, gets a clothesline, then another one, then a battering ram. And Cage comes back with a kick, goes off the ropes. Hobbs turns it into a power slam for a near fall. Cage turns around and Hobbs hits a power bomb for a near fall as Cage somehow got out of that. Then Cage hits a weird looking pump handle into a face plant. And kind of impressed everybody on the commentary table. You know, Ricky Starks like, come on, Brian. Okay. Cage gets Hobbs on his shoulders, hits the F5 for a near fall. He's not Brock Lesnar. He can't win the match like that. Cage is pissed, gets the fireman's carry again. Hobbs elbows out, and there's a standing switch. Brian Cage hits a German suplex, but Hobbs gets right back up like he never felt it. And then Hobbs hits a German of his own. They hit the ropes, and both men crash into the middle of the ring with clotheslines. Then they get up in the middle of the ring. They go back and forth. Cage misses a clothesline, and Hobbs hits the Will and Testament Spine Buster. Looks to win the title. Goes to the top rope, goes for the frog splash. Cage rolls out of the way, knocks the head, looks for the drill claw, but can't get it. He curls the head in and slams Hobbs down in between his legs with the drill claw anyway, and he picks up the win to retain the title. So the match was all right. Nothing bad. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. So pretty good match. Not a long match, about 9 minutes. And that was that. And afterwards, Ricky Starks heads down to the ring to celebrate with his homie, Brian Cage. Taz gets on the mic, and he tells his crew not to touch Will Hobbs. And he talks to Will Hobbs. He says that he calls him impressive. He fought his ass off, but now he has 2 options. Option A, take him up on his offer to be part of Team Taz. Or option B, say no to option A, and Starks and Cage beat the living bejesus out of him. So Hobbs gets up, but he doesn't answer as we hear the music of Darby Allin comes out with his skateboard, and he has like a picture, not a picture, like he wrote something down on his skateboard. Like he drew a picture of his spine or something like that on his skateboard. And Cage leaves the ring, as Ricky Starks does as well. And then Darby stares him down as they leave. And then looks like we're going to get a tag team match player next week between Darby and Will Hobbs and Team Taz. So it should be a pretty interesting match next week at the 1 year anniversary show. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give the Aftermath 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we're going to move on from there. All right. My notes. Taz, after that, Taz screams at Darby that he's going to learn not to stick his nose in grown folks' business. And that's that. All right, then we get more. Can't talk. We get more celebrities congratulating Jericho on his 30 years. We get, like I said, Slash, Dennis Miller, Tanahashi's son, Ted Irvine, his dad, drinking a little bit of the bubbly. And we get Bully Ray basically spitting. I didn't know what that was about, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars as well. So we get more with Paul Stanley, Gene Simmons, and others, Lance Storm, Chavo, blah, 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 blah. All right, after that, we get a Lance Archer video package / promo. Basically, he warns Moxley that he is not like the others. Moxley has no chance to beat him like he did in January. He's had a lot of time to prepare for him, but it will not be pretty. So we'll see what happens next week in the main. I would assume it's going to be it might be the main event, but I think it's going to be the TNT title. Oh man, my back is fucking killing me. I'm a fucking mess, ladies and gentlemen. Fucking mess. And that's all I got to say about that. So we'll see what happens next week for the AEW World title between Moxley and Archer. I think Moxley will win and retain and go all the way to Full Gear and then lose the title right there to, I think you know who. But that's that. All right, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and we move on. All right, then we get to match number 2 for the AEW World Tag Team titles, and the 20 minutes of the Brush with Greatness match. We got the Revival FTR taking on the Hybrid 2 and Hedigo and Jack Evans. We had Tully Blanchard at ringside as always. Match was all right, nothing great. Also with Dax Harwood and Jack Evans to start. Evans runs up Evans runs up and it just looked really sloppy at the beginning. Because they've been on dark most of the time. Kicks Cash off the apron. And gets a pinfall for a near fall. A roll up from Dax and a near fall of his own. Kick to Dax. Evans on the apron, spins and hits Dax and goes after Cash Wheeler. Texan and Helico flies out with a crossbody for a near fall. And then Helico slides under the legs of Dax, goes for a submission, but Cash Wheeler reaches in, pulls Dax out of the ring to regroup. Cash tries to make Billy Gunn flinch. That doesn't work. They grab the belts, look to just get out of dodge. But and Helico goes for a crossbody. FTR catches him. Evans slides off the top rope on everyone. Thank you. And our sponsor tonight is a... Can I have the sponsor, please?
It's called Skinny Cow.
Skinny Cow?
That's what it's called. Sugar free.
You're a Skinny Cow. It's sponsored by a flying saucer. Not from Carvel. It's a sugar-free vanilla... Whatchamacallit.
Here, you're going to be all gross.
Watch your freaking Netflix and get out of here.
I'm watching a really good Halloween movie.
What?
I'm watching a cool
And load the heat.
With Adam Sandler. Okay.
Load the heat, please. I'm getting hot. That's what she said. Anyway, so I got the sponsor for tonight. Little I'm going to add that later. So FDR catches Angelico coming off the top with a crossbody. Evans dives off the top on everyone. JR's like, why? But anyway, Evans sends Dax into the ring and pins him for a near fall. Then he body slams Dax, goes to the top rope, totally distracts the ref. Evans gets crotched on the top rope. Nuts! And then Dax with a dragon screw leg whip off the top rope. Ow. And right away, Evans leaves the ring. And they mentioned that Jack Evans, I think he fractured his, he messed up his elbow or something like that. Anyway, so they mentioned that. So he's banged up on the outside, grabbing his leg. Dax falls and drops the leg onto the barricade. Ow. As we go, the picture-in-picture, they're beating up on Evans in the corner, and just beat him up in the corner. Then they put him in a trio of, whoa! And they double team with some right hands. So they're beating up on Evans in the corner. The referee gets distracted. I think it was Aubrey Edwards. So Cash pulls at the leg and tells the cameraman to shh. Was he Peter Avalon all of a sudden? He's doing the librarian gimmick. Shh. I say shh. That's why Peter Avalon's on Dark. That's why I haven't seen him on AEW TV in a long time. Because he's jobbing on Dark. With Brandon Cutler. Well, not anymore, but it is what it is. They worked the leg of Evans. There's a move where Dax rolls out, grabs the leg, and pulls at it towards the forehead of Evans. Ow. So they continue to work over the leg. They cover for near falls, and Angelico comes in to stop it, but the referee holds him back as Cash sends Evans into the corner, punches him in the back. But So Cash strips Evans down, goes for a figure four. Evans kicks Cash away. Dax gets tagged in, comes in, stops the hot tag. He catches a kick, and Jack kicks him away. And then they hit a dragon screw into a single leg crab. Evans gets the rope break. Dax tries to drop Evans down Evans' knee to his knee, but Evans turns into a 1922 roll up for a near fall. Cash comes in. They still work on Evans. Cash tries to punch Angelico, but Angelico dodged it. Gets the hot tag from Jack Evans, and he goes to work, grabs the ankle of Cash and spins into a leg lock and a choke. Cash dives onto him, but Angelico grabs him for the same submission that Cash was doing, and looks like he's got both of them in a submission. And FTR have to reach the ropes before they lose the belts. They send Cash into the corner. Evans comes back in. Cash runs. Evans kicks. And Angelico catches him. Evans flies off the top rope with a stomp. And then kick to Dax on the apron for a near fall. Evans tags back in Angelico. Angelico assists Evans with a 450 splash. Angelico covers for a near fall. As you see the Young Bucks rocking backstage and not too happy. And Dax pulls Angelico to the outside. Cash punches Evans on the apron. Tags back in Dax. Dax rolls through. Hits a German. Cash with a full Nelson. Full Nelson hits a dragon suplex. Then a jackknife from Dax into a pin for a near fall. It was pretty nice. So they're going to work on Evans some more. Evans elbows Dax down to the mat. Evans stands, goes for the whisper in the ring, but completely missed it. He tries to recover with a moonsault for a near fall as Cash broke it up. And Angelico goes in to sweep the leg, Danielson. On the apron, Cash moves, and Angelico kicks, hits the ropes, and dives over the top rope, but got nothing in the pool as Cash moves out of the way. He locks up, and Angelico drops him face first onto the apron. Yeesh. Evans rolls all over the back of Dax, kicking Cash off the apron. Evans rolls up Dax and stacks him up for a near fall as Dax kicks out. Evans with a jumping kick to Dax, but Dax hits a right hand. Then he does a double underhook into a Tiger Driver 98 for a near fall. Evans kicks out of the corner. Dax catches the left, flips Evans up, grabs the head, sits him on the top rope, tags in Cash. They hit a superplex to Jack Evans, and then Cash comes off the top with a splash. 1, 2, 3. FTR pick up the win and retain the AEW tag team titles. And a pretty decent match. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And then we go to the back. We see the Young Bucks pissed off. They're like, damn it. And then they look at the camera. It's like, were you spying on us? And then they super kick the cameraman. And then Matt Jack's like, oh, shit. Now I got to pay up. So you take this one, Nick. So Nick's like, I didn't bring any money with me. So they leave the cameraman in a heap, which was funny. We get that. That was pretty funny. So it looks like we're gonna get FTR and the Bucks at Full Gear for the titles. I think FTR will probably beat the Bucks, which sucks, but it is what it is. And that's that. But after that, we got a photo on the AEW Tron of FTR dressed up as weenies, or wieners. And then out come the best friends, Chucky T and Trent, who have T-shirts of FTR's hot dogs, which you can buy right now on ProWrestlingTees.com or AEWShop.com for like $25 if you want to buy that. That's okay. Trent wonders if FTR gets the joke. They're weenies. They're wieners, weenies, even, whatever. Best friend says they're booked for a title shot next week. Chucky T's like, we just passed Tony Khan, and he told us that we get our title match next week at the 1-year anniversary show. So FTR's like, they're about to leave, and they try to attack, but the best friends escape, and then they try to attack, only for FTR to leave the ring with Tully Blanchard. They grab the title. Best friends grab the AEW tag belts, hold them up in the air. Then they lay them down for Cash and Dax to come in and get them. Then they do the best friends hug, and they pull back a la Okada. And that's it. So that was pretty nice. So I gave the Aftermath 3 out of 5 stars. The match, I gave 3 out of 5 stars as well. So we'll see what happens next week for the AEW World Tag Team titles. The best friends getting their number 1 contender shot against FTR. Should be a great match. I still think FTR is going to win. And they're going to go on to face the Bucks at Full Gear. And probably might be the match of the night. Match of pay-per-view. We'll see. And I think the FTR is going to beat the Bucks, and the Bucks are going to turn heel. Even though they kind of heel now, if you think about it. But that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And that's pretty much all I got to say. So we'll see what happens next week with FTR and the best friends for the tag titles. I think that's all I got to say about it. I'm going to eat right now. All right. After that, we get to a promo from MJF talking about heroes and how people say never to meet them. I met my heroes. Fuck you. He said he disagrees, and he said the first time that he got his big first brush of being a real star, he mentions meeting Chris Jericho after Double or Nothing. Jericho walked up to him and said, "Hey kid, you really got something. Keep it up. Don't stop. Keep studying, and maybe you can be like me." He says, take little nuances from others that he looks up to. So MJF took his finger, pointed at Jericho. He says he'll never forget it. MJF tells Jericho he's proud and inspired by him, and he may or may not show up out there tonight to congratulate him. So we get that. And we move on from there. And that's that. So I gave that Oh man, I feel so fucking tired. I apologize. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's done. All right, then we get more celebrities congratulating Jericho. We got Shaquille O'Neal calling Chris Jericho. Well, he said Chris. What do you say, Chris? Something. I forget what he said about his real his real middle name. I think was Jerry or something like that. So he calls him Chris Bartholomew Jericho. I thought it was funny. Then we get Gene Simmons of Kiss. And then we got Don Callis, of all people. Don Callis, I guess for the NJWP New Japan vibe. Not the TNA, not the promo TNA. Don Callis is the color commentator for TNA now. He used to be in Japan, and now that he left Japan to do TNA, to be the head guy at TNA. Do that. We got Old Man DDP. And then after that, we also got Nars Eric. What's up there, dudes? I just want you to know that we're going to kick your testicles so hard tonight. We'll be tripping out of your nose. Ain't that right, James? Yeah. So we got Lars. So we got Slash, we got Lars, we got Kiss. All we needed was, we got Paul Stanley. All we needed was maybe Zach Wilde. Maybe Ozzy. Maybe Iron Maiden, a couple of other bands, that could have been there. I mean, Jericho's probably told all of them anyway. It is what it is. So we see that. That was nice. I'm fucking sick. I'm doing this video anyway. Anyway, and then we go to the ring for the dog collar match. We got Doc Samson at ringside, just in case somebody dies. Then we see Greg the Hammer Valentine, who competed in the very first dog collar match way back 37 years ago, which Tony Schiavone and Gordon Soley commentated on. I actually remember that match. Very bloody match with Greg Valentine and the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper. I think Greg Valentine won that match. It was so long ago, I don't even remember, but it is what it is. So we get the first dog collar match in a major promotion, even though they did it in Ring of Honor with Raven and CM Punk, which was fucking bloody. They don't mention that. I don't know why, because I don't give two shits about Ring of Honor. So we got Greg the Hammer Valentine in the crowd. Man should be in the Hall of Fame. So he's gonna watch this match go down. So then we get to match number 3 for the TNT title. Cody Rhodes against Mr. Brody Lee. Brody Lee comes out with John Silver holding the chain. And Anna Jay. Woo! Anna Jay. She could sit on my dick all night long. That's all I gotta say about that. So Cody comes out with Brandy, his wife, and Arn Anderson, the coach. This match was fucking bloody, and it was brutal. So we get to start, and John Silver is on the apron. Cody used the chain to help him fly over the Silver, knocking him off the apron. And then we see John Silver busted wide open. Not gushing blood. He just got a little trickle of blood on his fucking face. So then later on in the match, they go to the outside. Lee moves Silver out of the way, drags Cody out of the ring by the chain. Cody falls to the outside. Lee lifts Cody, sends him face first into the apron. Ow. He grabs a chair, sits John Silver onto it, says, "Stay here." And then And then Cody comes out of nowhere, dropkicks Silver into the barricade, laying him out. And then we see Anna Jay pick up John Silver and send him to the back. That was kind of funny. So we're not going to see John Silver for the rest of the match. And then you go back at it. I'm going to paraphrase because most of the match was a long match. And I want to get this video up and done, out of the way. So Cody was getting beat up. Cody's busted wide open after getting DDT'd on the chain. So Brody goes to work on him. Cody slides on the pulsar chain and hits a low blow to Brody's nutsack. Then he hits a side Russian leg sweep with the chain. Cody waits for Brody to stand, which he does, but Brody leaves the ring. Cody dives with a suicide dive into the barricade, and then Brody sends Cody over the barricade, and it starts pulling on the chain, sending Cody into the barricade over and over and over again. But he tries for a third time. He pulls Cody hard enough to fly over the barricade. Gets Cody on the apron. Cody with a right. He's shoved down. Cody pulls the chain and Lee off the apron. Then he hits a Diamond Gilmore Kasa. Bang! On the floor, which was fucking sick. As we go to picture-in-picture. And Cody with a disaster kick. And he pulls out a table. And Lee doesn't fall into it. Cody stands on the apron. He drops right hands. Cody underhooks, lifts, and he drops Lee into the table head first. And then we see Brody Lee busted wide open from that shot. It was pretty sick. I mean, he was covered in blood. So both men are busted wide open. So Cody screams for Lee to stand. Hits a right hand with the chain covering his fist. And he hooks the arm and hits a front suplex. Cody whips Lee with the chain. And Cody punches the forehead again and again and again. Sorry. Ref turns to Doc Samson. Doctor okays to continue the match. And Cody's just going to work over Cody Lee, busted him up even more in the forehead. Brody sends Cody over the top rope. Cody heads down to the mat. Lee pulls on the chain and hangs Cody. Cody stands on the apron, turns, and rolls into the ring. Lee pulls him into a huge slam for a near fall. And then Lee punches at Cody's forehead to bust him even more wide open as the referee checks on Cody. Lee tosses a chair at Arn Anderson. Arn is pissed. He enters the ring, pushes the ref away, but out comes this guy. I think one of the members of the Dark Order. He gets a spine buster for his troubles. And then Brody Lee tries to go after Arn Anderson. Cody rolls Lee up for a near fall. And then they go back and forth. Then Cody beating the hell out of Brody Lee with a chain. Then a punch to the fist of Lee. Referee checks on him. Cody starts choking Brody. Cody goes to the top rope, hits a moonsault for a near fall. Then he kicks Brody Lee, another kick to the head, a kick to the gut. Then he hits Crossroads, but the referee doesn't even count one. Cody stands, hooks the arm, spins, and gets Lee onto his back, but he can't quite lift him. And then Brody Lee hits a super kick, and then another one. Then he hits a powerbomb on the chain. Ow. For a near fall as Cody rolls to the outside. Lee pulls Cody into the barricade. Cody returns the favor. And then both men get in the ring. Cody goes to the top rope. Lee punches at the busted up forehead. Splits the legs of Cody and crotches him. Brody goes to the second rope, locks the head, and hits a superplex on the Cody. Both men are down. The referee hits 4. And then both men get to their knees. Cody drops Lee into the mat. Then again and again and again. Cody with a left. He hits the ropes. Lee turns him midair and hits a full Nelson slam. He stands, turns, goes for the spinning discus lariat. Cody rolls over it, lifts and drops Lee. And Then he grabs the chain and starts just wrapping it around his face. Just looks sick. And then Cody grabs Lee's face up with the chain and drops an elbow on the face a bunch of times, over and over and over again. And the ref and Paul Turner's like I'm not calling the match. Then Cody hits Crossroads once again. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes picks up the victory and becomes a two-time TNT World Heavyweight, TNT champion, as Brody Lee holds the belt for just over a month and change, which kind of sucks. But match was pretty damn good. Long 20, almost 21-minute match. It was a great match. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So Cody's the champion again. So that's all good and dandy. We all knew he was going to win the belt back. It is what it is. Afterwards, the Dark Order comes out to check on Brody. We had John Silver in his head all taped up with Anna Jay, Evil Uno, 5, 10, and Stu Grayson all out to check on Brody Lee, to take him to the back, as Brandy and Dustin Rhodes and Arn Anderson check on Cody. And then after that, we get Tony Schiavone interviewing Cody just because he won the belt. He gets a fucking interview. He calls this one hell of a battle and congratulates Cody. Cody thanks the fans and everybody. He says there's no feeling on earth like being able to perform and compete in front of a live crowd. He says from the age of 15 to this moment, he has tried to reach across the aisle and feel our love. People suggested they take a dark path, but he's sticking with us until the very end. He isn't pandering. It's his life's work to be a pro wrestler. We have made this for him. What he wants to do is come to the 1-year anniversary next week and defend the TNT title. Well, Tony's like, okay. Well, against who? Tony's like, that's a good question. Then we see the man, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, comes out and just saunters his way to the ramp. And he goes, gives a thumbs up. Cody turns around. He puts his thumbs up. So next week, we're going to get Orange Cassidy going for the TNT title once again against Cody Rhodes. You know, he's going to lose. Well, he may win thanks to Brody Lee. So, but I don't think they're going to make Cody Rhodes a transitional champion. It'll make no sense, but we'll see what happens. Next week on the 1-year anniversary show, maybe Cody will put Orange Cassidy over and give him the belt. I don't know. Not that I think Orange Cassidy will hold the belt for long, but and that's that. So great match, great aftermath. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. So next week, Cody Rhodes versus the man, Orange Cassidy, and that's all I got to say about that. And we will move on. All right, then they talk about the World Championship Tournament, and they mentioned Wardlow's going to be in it. Hangman Adam Page, I think you know who's going to be in the finals. And Colt Suck Dick Cabana. Then we go backstage with Alex Marvez and his guest Kenny Omega. And he asked him about how he feels about being a singles competitor once again. Kenny says it feels great, and he can't wait till he gets a shot at the title once again. And what better way than a tournament? He says, name a tournament. He's won it. He's going to win, period. I think he will win it. Obviously, he's going to win it. And looks like it's going to be Adam Page and Kenny in the finals at Full Gear. Kenny's going to beat the living bejesus out of Adam Page, win the match. Excuse me. He'll win the match and then go on to face Moxley or Lance Archer, whoever has the belt by that time, and then beat the champion. Win the championship for the very first time and hold it all the way to Double or Nothing, where he will face Adam Page again. And this time, Adam Page will get his revenge and win the AEW World Title at Double or Nothing. But he probably won't hold it that long. And that's probably all I got to say about that. So there's your Full Gear main event right there, and your outcome, and what's going to happen after that. So just get ready for Kenny Omega to win the belt at Full Gear hold it till Double or Nothing in April or March or April, and then Adam Page will get the belt from Kenny after getting his ass handed to him for a couple months. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we will move on from there. And that's that. So I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, match number 4. We got women's action. Big Swole taking on Serena Deeb. Wasn't anything to write home about. Kind of sloppy at times, but anyway, we get near the end. Serena with a double underhook, Swole lands on her feet, hits an elbow to the face. Deeb hits the ropes and goes for an uppercut. Swole bounces off. Deeb hits the uppercut. She hits the ropes, and a big kick from Swole, then a headbutt, then a spinning, roaring elbow. 1, 2, 3. Big Swole picks up the victory. She's the number 2 contender for the AEW Women's World Title. The match was all right. Nothing great. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And we will move on from there. All right, then we see Jon Moxley in a bar, well, an empty bar. He has a nice shot of, I guess, whiskey or Jack. I don't know what he had, but it is what it is. He cuts a promo for Lance Archer saying he'll have to tear the belt off his dead carcass. And maybe he will, but like Archer always says, everybody dies! So, just a little hype promo for next week between Archer and Moxley. Should be a good match. Somewhere in the middle of the card, maybe near the end of the night, but who knows. I think Moxley will retain and then go on to Full Gear. And like I said, he'll probably face Kenny, lose to Kenny in the rematch from a long time ago, that unsanctioned match, which I think was at Full Gear last year. So 1 year in the making for that rematch. And I think Kenny will beat Moxley. Moxley's reign will end in about 8-9 months, almost 10 months, almost 1 year, getting close. Then Kenny will win the belt, hold it till double or nothing, and then Adam Page will take it from him. But you never know between now and then. But we'll see. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. All right, then we got more celebrities. Talk about Jericho. We got Lance Archer, Kevin Smith, Eli Roth, the 2 members of Steel Panther. Fuck everybody. Everybody can suck my dick. Yes. That's all I got to say about that. We got Ultimo Dragon, Paul Stanley, Gabriel Iglesias, and Chavo Jr. paying their respects to Jericho. It was nice to see Ultimo Dragon. We haven't seen him in God knows how long. Nice to see Steel Panther as well. And Paul Stanley, let's do it. And that's that. But some more of that. And then we get to the main event as always. Because it's Jericho night. We have to put Jericho in the main event. We got to match number 5. Jericho and Jake Hager taking on the Chaos Project of Luther and Serpentico. We have the Inner Circle at ringside. Santana and Ortiz. Santana Ortiz and Sammy Guevara at ringside. So kind of, it was an okay match. Nothing great. Pretty long match because it lasted like 45 minutes. I don't know why. It actually lasted 9 minutes and lasts 45 minutes, but I'm just joking. They went back and forth throughout. We get near the end. Luther rakes the eyes. Jericho kicks off the ropes, goes for the Judas kiss elbow. Luther locks up with a German suplex. He holds on, tries to go for another one, but lifts Jericho instead. Serpentico goes on the top rope and hits knees to the head of Jericho. Luther goes for a near fall as Jake Hager comes in to stop the pin. Serpentico runs and hops onto the body of Hager. They tumble to the outside. Sammy then tosses the bat into the ring. Luther catches it, clocks Jericho in the midsection. That's not good. Then hits a big boot to Jericho for a very near fall as Jericho somehow kicked out. Sammy is still up. He gets on the apron. Luther with a back elbow to Sammy. And then he turns around, and Jericho hits the Judas Effect elbow. 1, 2, 3. Jericho and Jake Hager pick up another victory as a tag team. They are 5-0 as a tag team. I mean, give them the damn tag belts already. But not a bad match. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. But, first time seeing Luther on the main show with Serpentico. Yeah, pretty decent match. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And then afterwards, Sammy comes in the ring, hands Jericho the mic. Jericho says it's been 30 years in the business. He thanks everybody, and just wants to say from the bottom of his heart. And then he gets interrupted by MJF once again. Said this isn't about him. Comes in the ring with Willow, and he has some type of present. We all know it's somebody underneath the. We could tell it's some douchebag underneath the cloth. MJF says he respects Jericho, and so the surprise comes in the ring. MJF says he wants to be a part of the celebration, like with the champion, a little bit of the bubbly. He believes it's time for this conversation to end because it's gift o'clock. So he tells Willow to unveil the surprise, and it's Clownico the Clown. Some jabroni dressed up in as a clown. So Clownico is holding another gift, and Jericho grabs it. It looks like a big poster. Andrew tells him to hold. Don't open it yet. Indulge in it for a little bit. And then he tells Sammy that he's going to get his jacket. He swears on it. I don't think he's going to get it. MJF says due to Jericho's inspiration, he will make a career-defining announcement next week, probably join the Inner Circle. But who knows? Jericho unwraps the gift, and it's a framed photo of MJF. So Jericho's like, "Oh, thank you for the gift," and then he smashes the poster over the head of Clownico, knocking him out. And then he hits the Judas Effect elbow, laying him out. So Jericho's like, "I hate clowns, and don't you ever interrupt me again." Then they stare. They have an epic stare down again. Then they're like, "Just kidding." So MJ's like, "Oh, you really got me there." And they high five each other. And then the credits roll, and it shows everything Jericho, and they celebrate. Not what sucks. And then we see Nyla Rose, Vicky Guerrero, Britt Baker, DMD, baby, and the rest of the heel roster come out drinking a little bit of the bubbly. And that's it. That ends the show. So, good way to end the show. Nothing to write home about, but if Chris Jericho's watching, which I know he is, Jericho, my good friend, my good buddy. I know I met you a couple years ago at Uproar when you were facing Cena back in the day. I told you you need to come back, and you did come back to WWE for a little bit, and then you said goodbye to WWE. Good choice. And now you're in AEW, and AEW is the top of the land, kicking WWE's fucking ass every single week. And I love it. So, Jericho, thank you for 30 great years. I followed your career from ECW into when you debuted for WCW, when you win the Cruiserweight title, and your great matches with Super Cattle, Dean Malenko, Dino Machino, and the list of the 1,000 moves of doom, or whatever it was. The pre-list of Jericho. That was pretty cool. Then when you made your debut as the Millennial Man and in WWE, when you came out to interrupt The Rock, and all the championships you won in WWE, being the first undisputed champion, beating Stone Cold and The Rock at Survivor Series, the feuds with Shawn Michaels, the feuds with CM Punk, the feuds with Kevin Owens over the United States title. So many great feuds and great matches, with Eddie Guerrero, God rest his mighty soul, and others. And my my flying saucer melted. That's not good. So I'm gonna try to eat that up before it melts even more. So thank you Jericho for 30 great years. Here's to another 5 or 10 more. I don't know how much you got left in the tank, but hopefully another 5 to 10 more, and then he's gonna go on the commentary table. That's what he said. So that'd be nice to see him when in his like late 50s, early 60s on the commentary table with Excalibur and Tony Schiavone taking AEW into the future with the Bucks and everybody else, Kenny and company, Cody. So thank you Jericho. You are the GOAT. You are the GOAT of this generation and a future Hall of Famer. Can't wait till you get inducted into the Hall of Fame. And that's all I got to say about that. So that's it. So next week, 1 year of AEW Dynamite. Should be a great show. Moxley, Lance Archer for the title. Cody versus Orange Cassidy for the TNT title. FTR taking on the Best Friends for the AEW tag team titles. Maybe we'll get a women's title match. I don't know. But it should be a great night of action for the 1 year anniversary show. And that's all I gotta say about it. Should be a great night of action. And I don't think NXT is gonna do anything about it. Because they're not gonna have a good show, but we'll see. And that's that. So my final rating for AEW, I gave it a solid 7. Wasn't a bad show. A lot of people giving it 8.5. That's your opinion, but that's okay. I gave it 7. I gave it 7 out of 10 stars, and pretty solid show. And we'll see what happens next week on the 1 year anniversary show for AEW and its over 1 year history. Should be some good stuff next week as we roll on till Full Gear on November the 7th. November the 7th coming up pretty quick. About 3 or 4 weeks left. Let me check. Hold on. Okay, it's on Saturday. Let me see. 4 weeks away from this Saturday is Full Gear, the last pay-per-view of the year. So that rhymed too. So over the next couple of weeks, we've got the anniversary show, and then they're gonna get some more matches for Full Gear. Even though a lot of people saying the card right now doesn't look that good. But, I think we'll get the Bucks and FTR for the AEW tag team titles, which I think will be match of the night. Then again, it might be Kenny versus whoever is the world champion. So it looks, I'm telling you right now, Kenny's going to win that world title tournament over Adam Page in the finals and then beat Moxley or Lance Archer for the AEW world title. He'll come out of Full Gear with the belt. And then we'll see him on BTE on that Monday on November the 9th with the belt. That should be pretty fun. And then, like I said, Kenny's going to hold the belt till Double or Nothing. He's going to have like a nice probably 4, maybe 5 month reign as champ. And then Adam Page is probably going to beat him for the belt. And then Adam Page will hold the belt for maybe like a month or 2. Not too long, but then they might give it the MJF, or might give it back to Jericho. But we'll see what happens with that as we get into 2021. And hopefully by Double or Nothing, they get more fans in Daly's place instead of the couple of hundred fans they get at the show. And we'll see what happens now. Because now Florida's wide open. They just said that the Hard Rock Arena, not the arena, the place where the Dolphins play can can be 100% capacity, so they can fill that stadium, 65,000 people, all getting COVID. And they said that Raymond J. Stadium can be at 100%, so WrestleMania might be actually with a lot of people next year. Maybe they will sell out Raymond J. Stadium for WrestleMania next year. So if all you people thinking that you're not going to be going to WrestleMania next year, you better start formulating and getting on the horn with when the tickets go on sale for WrestleMania. Get on the horn. Well, that's going to be a big time event if they're going to have a lot of people in Raymond J Stadium. If they allow it, when they allow it, it's 100% capacity now. Florida's the first state to fully open 100%. Not like New York and New Jersey, which is closing down again. Fucking shit. I mean, Rosa wanted to go to the gym, and they closed the gym. They reclosed the gyms. Some diners are going back to. Some diners are going to take out delivery again. Most diners, schools are closed around in Brooklyn and Queens, and a little bit of New York City as well in the Bronx. So New York is getting hit with the second wave of this fucking virus. But guess who has to work? This guy. Because my job is an essential business. Because we work in retail. So it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So hopefully we get hero pay again. But knowing my company, they won't do that shit because they don't give two shits about their fucking employees. And most stores that are 24 hours should close at 12 o'clock. Just saying. So you don't get the overnight people, possibly getting COVID. All the latecomers, all the people wanting to get condoms and beer late at night, like 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You should tell the overnight people to stay home. But that's just me. If I had to go to work, I'd rather leave at like 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, go home and then rest. But my store ain't going to do that because my store sucks. But it is what it is. Don't tell them I said that. But anyway, so that's it for my video. Thank you all for watching. 7 out of 10 stars for AEW Dynamite tonight. The 30 Years of Jericho. Once again, congratulations to Le Champion, Chris Jericho. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video. Smash that like button to death. Smash that subscribe button down to death. Hopefully we can get on the road to 400 subscribers. But we'll see. And don't forget to friend me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. If you're on Facebook, I'm in Facebook jail once again. Fuck you, Zuckerberg. And fuck Facebook too. Putting me in jail again for a post that wasn't even bad. They put me in jail till Monday night after during Raw. So I won't be back till Monday on Facebook, which fucking sucks. So 4 more days of this bullshit. So I'm gonna come back with a vengeance when I get back on Facebook on Monday night. Give Facebook give Facebook a piece of my mind. And that's all I gotta say about that. And if they ban me again for a month, fuck them. I'm taking down all my pages, and I'm done with Facebook. I'd rather just go on Twitter where they don't have any restrictions and shit. And that's it. I'll just go on Twitter. That's it. Because I got a lot of followers on Twitter, so. But all my friends on Facebook will miss me. But it is what it is. That's all I got to say about that. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Once again, 7 out of 10 stars for AEW Dynamite. And we'll see what happens next week on the 1-year anniversary show. Should be a great show. And that's it. So I'm going to try to get my NXT review up maybe tomorrow. If not, I'll try for Sunday with my SmackDown review before I go out. So I might get 2 live streams this weekend, maybe on a late Saturday night. I might do my NXT review, and Sunday before I go out, I'll do my SmackDown review. I didn't do it last week, but I'll try to do it this week. But we'll see, depending on my work schedule. I get it tomorrow, so I gotta see if I work Sunday or if I don't work Sunday. I'm probably gonna work Columbus Day, which sucks, but time and a half. But it is what it is, and that's it. So I go back to work tomorrow, make the money that you wish you fuckers had, and that's all I gotta say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Get some sleep, everybody. Have a great Thursday, and I hope to see you pretty soon. So don't forget to tap that bell on this channel and all my other channels to get notified of when I go live or when I do a video. So don't forget to tap the bells. So when I do a video, when I go live, you'll know when I go live. You can come in the chat and talk to me, leave comments, leave questions, and all that other good shit. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gowan signing off. I'm going to bed. So if you don't like it, go fuck yourselves. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gowan signing off. Peace, bitches.